What if I told you that there is an NFT play to earn game coming out this year? Yes, this year. In 2021, I have to emphasize that will be free to play, it will be fun to play, and it will have pretty decent earning mechanics alongside it, including, but not limited to, building mechanics in the future. Now, that game is called Spidertanks. If you've seen the title, then you'll know. And in this video, I'm going to be covering all about Spidertanks and what I've done in my research on Spidertanks, and I hope you guys enjoy this video just as much as I do. I was a Challenger League of Legends player just around like 4 to 5 months ago, so I have a lot of experience with MOBA games, so just seeing a MOBA game in the NFT space, it got me really excited to cover this game. So essentially, if you want to start off the game, I mean, just looking at some of the play-to-earn elements, essentially what Spidertanks is a MOBA game. Now, if you guys don't know what a MOBA game is, essentially it's just you've got your 3 tanks on one side, then you've got 3 tanks on the other side, and these guys, they just mesh and go at each other, and it's a team deathmatch, so, I mean, whoever dies at the end dies. Of course, there will be different game modes, so obviously it won't only be team deathmatch, there will be, like, free-for-alls, and I'm sure they'll do other things like, capture the flag, and other game modes that, most MOBAs do, but, I mean, what we gotta, just keep in mind here is that the way they're doing the play-to-earn mechanic in this game is pretty exciting, and it's kind of, when I'm looking for sustainability, it's these kind of games that I'm looking for, because while, they're still working on their tokens, but what they're really focusing on here is the skin aspect of the game. Now, you can purchase NFTs, max level if you want to and just whale out, but the great thing about the free-to-play aspect of the game is that you can start from, a terrible little tank and then grind your way up to, some megalodon-esque tank that just destroys everybody. Obviously, you have to put in the time, but versus games like Brawl Stars, I mean, this game is essentially, if you want to think about it, it's Brawl Stars and then any traditional MOBA game like League of Legends, and then you just smash them together, and that's exactly what Spidertanks is. But I think it's really fascinating because the graphics for the game, it's pretty solid. Now, it kind of looks like a mobile game, but I mean, for something that's coming out so soon, it's expected, because the worse the graphics, the easier it is, for developers to push updates out. But I mean, if you see it right here, I mean, it looks promising. So I was looking into the project a little more. This is a Norwegian-based company. It is not Gala Games. They're working with Gala Games. So, I mean, this project, alongside the devs, which the devs have tons of experience. I mean, I was looking at the AMA, and this guy was talking about, I have 40 plus years of gaming experience, and, we have developed countless amounts of games. We've partnered with celebrity TV shows to make games for them, like Survivor. And, we have a lot of experience in this, and we're actually making a game similar to Spidertanks, but it is different in nature. It's for consoles, and it doesn't have play-to-earn on it, so they figured that they would make a crypto-based version. And the fascinating thing about this, not only, do the players control most of the economy with the whole free-to-play aspect, but the most bullish thing about this thing is that it runs off of the Gala node network, whereas the only way that this, project would have been approved in the first place is if the Gala node holders accept it and they approve it. Now, you probably don't know what that means, and, I would understand if you don't know what that means because I haven't explained it, but what it means essentially is that the Gala Games, which is the company that surrounds the entire thing and represents it essentially, allows people to buy nodes, and if you guys know anything about nodes, it's like storage and it helps things keep running. It's just data transfer, essentially. It helps people data transfer. So if you keep your PC on and you run a node, it helps data just transfer alongside wherever it needs to be placed. And so you could buy a node, and you would pay like $12,000, I think, USD right now, around 4 Ethereum. It might be a little bit more, but what pretty much happens here is that you get rewarded with, NFTs and these yada yada things. But the funny thing is, like, this got passed, this got passed. People saw the idea on it, and it's about the bigger picture of things, because a lot of the games being released by Gala nowadays, I mean, there are free-to-play games, but, I mean, if we're looking at the NFT play-to-earn space right now, it is littered with just card games that just give you massive ROI returns. I mean, there are yield farm games that, I mean, they're their creators just say, hey, guys, we're going to go to the moon, and then they, a month later, they just disappear. you got to be careful with your investments. And when there's a free-to-play game out there that's coming out in 2021, before you know it, people are going to be hyped onto this thing. And if you've ever played Brawl Stars, there's no reason why an investor wouldn't go onto Spidertanks, at least in my opinion, right? Now, it's not to say that I think that Spidertanks is going to, beat the massive conglomerates over at, any other play-to-earn game. It's definitely not going to beat the #1 game or the #2 game or the #3 game. But, even if it really realistically only has, let's say 1 million players maximum in its entire lifespan, if it even has around 500,000 players, I would consider that project a massive success. And that's the thing we have to start picturing about NFT games. Not only is the total addressable market monumentally more than the amount of, people in the market right now, but on top of that, adjusted to people's mindsets right now. People right now in the NFT play to earn space are thinking like, wow, there's a lot of rug pull projects. There's a lot of scams. If only I can get into a project for free and have absolutely no risk. And that's where Spidertanks comes in, and that's why I'm so bullish on that project. Now, with that being said, of course, there are special skins, but, those are just cosmetics, and that's why I'm so bullish on Spidertanks. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay safe, stay classy, and I'll see you guys on the next one.